Well, Feliz Navidad,
Feliz
everyone.
Navidad!
Here we are on Christmas Eve, which is when all of the Spanish-speaking countries celebrate Christmas. And we're so excited because we are going to try a typical Mexican posada.
Ah, wonderful.
And we have two of our most favorite Mexicans, our in-house experts, joining us today to talk about this. So please welcome Oscar and Adriana.
Hola, chicos.
Oh,
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
¿Cómo están?
Muy bien. ¿Y ustedes?
Yeah, bien,
we're so excited because I've never been to a Mexican posada. I certainly have heard the music by hanging out with you guys, and
This is a first.
It sounds like an exciting tradition. What can you tell us about the Mexican posadas?
Basically, I mean, it's a tradition that dates back to colonial times, really, and it's sort of in keeping with a lot of Christmas caroling traditions that are famous throughout Europe and the Christian world. But in Mexico, it's sort of an interesting take on it, in that it's sort of a 9-night. It starts like December 16th, the night of December 16th. Each night, the neighborhood of the town gets together and sort of does a reenactment of the journey of Joseph and Mary looking for shelter, looking for the inn on the night of Jesus' birth. Mm-hmm. And the way it works is that basically, like, each night, one family in the neighborhood is designated to be the inn, and then there's all the people in the neighborhood, also the pilgrims, accompanying Joseph and Mary with the baby, going from door to door singing songs. And then when you get to the designated inn, there's a song, there's sort of a callback song that the people, inside the inn sing back to you, and that's a signal that you're welcome in. And there's sort of a big celebration, and there's a piñata, and you do this for 9 nights, every night, leading up to Christmas.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Tonight, because in Mexico, tonight is the night.
Yeah, tonight is the night. Christmas Eve is usually that's actually when we celebrate Christmas.
I think that's the same for most Spanish-speaking countries.
Yeah, most of the Catholic world, I think,
it's on the 24th, and so and it's kids get to stay up all night and do all kinds of things.
Yeah, you get to open your gifts at midnight.
That's right.
You have to stay up till midnight, so you can technically it's Christmas, so you can.
That's right. I do remember that was so exciting to be able to stay up all night. Well, so because we have a baby Jesus in your house that can be unpredictable, we have.
I wouldn't call him Jesus.
Okay.
We think he's pretty special, though.
He is special. We call him Chewy. So baby Chewy. So we pre-taped some of the renditions that you guys selected. So do you want to introduce the first piece?
Sure. Yes. The first is a traditional carol in all over the world, and it's actually a German carol, but we did it in Spanish, and it's Noche de Paz, Silent Night.
All right. Well,
we'll start with that one.
Let's start with that one. So let me click a couple of things here, and then we'll go.
estrella es
That's so beautiful. I was just telling George, wow, the lyrics came back to me like that. I hadn't heard that in Spanish in such a long time.
Yeah.
And it's so much more lyrical, to say, it's a peaceful night, it's a night of love.
Right, yeah.
I love that. Thank you so much. How cool is it to be siblings and to be making music together in this phase of your lives?
Well, I mean, for me, it's like a tremendous honor, like having, been like listening to Adri sing since she was a tiny little thing, and sort of seeing the amazing artist that she became, and to be able to sort of like do this with her it was a lot of fun.
Well, and for the record, we have never really performed or sang or played a lot of music together.
Never, really. So thank you for giving us an excuse to do this. It was really
We
Good.
play for fun, when we're drinking, but this is a real collaboration for us. So
That's great. Well, and
Let's get
the
a trend
drinking
going.
almost never happened. However, there was a phase in college when you did perform together, right?
that's true.
That's true. We were in a mariachi ensemble at the University of Texas at Austin. Adri did vocals and I played guitar. Yeah,
A long time ago.
it's been a while.
You mean she didn't play the trumpet?
I probably should have. I probably wasn't that good at the mariachi either.
And so, but that's great. I love the idea of sharing a passion for your culture and then
Yeah, absolutely.
coming together. And so, we'll have to have a bigger neighborhood to have 9 houses to be able to
I can't wait.
rotate,
I
right?
can't
To
wait.
rotate.
I know.
Uh,
Looking forward to that.
And so the next piece you have put for us is La Rama.
La rama, right, which means the tree branch, literally. And it's sort of like a different spin on the posada tradition. This is a tradition that comes out of Veracruz in Mexico, which is where Son Jarocho was born, which the last time I was on, I talked a lot about the tradition of Son Jarocho. And what La Rama is, it's this different take on the posada where all of the kids in the neighborhood get together and they literally find a tree branch and they decorate it with Christmas ornaments, with fruits, with lights, with whatever they can find. And then they go door to door, kind of like Christmas caroling, asking for, basically goodies, sweets, coins, money, whatever. Aguinaldo, we call it in Mexico. It's sort of this idea of a Christmas bonus. And it starts innocently enough because it starts as this like very reverent retelling of Jesus' birth, of the nativity story. And then the more verses that you sing, it's like, okay, we sang you the song, but now we want the aguinaldo. Now we want the goodies. So what do you got for us? No, really. We're not leaving until you give us our treats. And sort of the verses become more playful, but the idea is that when the song is done, you give them a cup of Christmas punch or some coins or something, and then they move on and sing the same song at the next house.
It's like the British carol, figgy
Absolutely.
pudding. We
The
won't
figgy
go
pudding,
until
yes,
we
exactly.
get some.
Right,
Yep.
we're not
Yep.
leaving until you
Yep.
get something. So, yeah.
Oh,
So
that
this is
sounds-
La Rama. This is a tradition in Veracruz.
All right, let's hear La Rama.
Rama.
Naranjas y limas, limas y limones, más en nuestra Virgen que todas las flores.
Naranjas y limas y limones, más en casa virgen que todas las flores.
Hola, buenas noches, ya estamos aquí y aquí está la rama que les prometí.
Naranjas y limas y limones, más en casa virgen que todas las flores.
Ábrame la puerta de par en par, qué cosa muy cierta les vengo a contar.
Naranjas y limas y limones, más en casa virgen que todas las flores.
Les vengo a contar lo que ha sucedido, que en un muladar el niño ha nacido.
Naranjas y limas y limones, más en casa virgen que todas las flores.
El niño ha nacido entre los pastores porque lo buscaba
Eso.
Oh, yeah. Love it.
Yeah, that would be
Oh my gosh.
deserving of a nice treat.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Thank
For
you.
sure.
Yeah.
Did you guys sing this kind of music growing up, or this is something that you have embraced as adults?
This particular tradition of La Rama, I only discovered recently when I started playing son jarocho music. Well, I remember being, as children, we would do the posada, and there's a song that goes along with that, the one I was describing when you go door to door. I certainly remember that, but La Rama is something that was certainly new for me.
New for me.
Even my mother wasn't familiar with it because it's really, specific to the state of Veracruz.
Well, she's from Roma. Let's remember that, okay?
That's true. That was her last name,
I know. Oh, that's so great. Well, I tell you, I've been so thinking about these traditions and things that as children we probably didn't appreciate, but now as adults it becomes much more significant, and especially now when we don't get the opportunity to share with people.
Absolutely.
And so I think it's a wonderful thing. I am impressed by the deep sound that you're getting out of your. Are you playing a ukulele?
It's a jarana.
Okay,
It's
because
similar
it's
to
like the Cuatro? No.
it's
Like that.
smaller, but
Mm-hmm.
but it has a really rich sound.
Yeah, it gets really beautiful, nice throaty sound out of it. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, and I hear that Adriana is taking lessons now with the uke.
I had my first lesson yesterday.
Yeah, how'd it go?
Doing really well.
I have 2 songs and 5 chords,
Excellent.
which is pretty good.
That is great. That's wonderful.
That was my first instrument I played when I was in first grade. My father got me a little uke.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're hoping to get Alex going on it.
he
pretty
he
soon.
will. Yeah.
Well, he has his own already, right? That
That's the
neighbor
one
Jane.
I'm practicing on.
Okay, all right. Well, take care of it because that's the kids. And I'm sure that we are looking forward to neighbor Jane jamming with the kid at some point.
Yes, she's the one who gave him the uke.
That's
Yeah,
right.
That's lovely.
And so we have one more song that you've prepared for us. Is it Peces en el Río?
This is in El Rio. Yeah, it's a very traditional, well-known Christmas carol throughout the Spanish-speaking world.
Yeah, this is the one song that I insisted we did. Because,
And I'm really glad that you did.
Yeah, because it's the one that I remember the most from our childhood, and it's on every Christmas recording of every Mexican artist that ever performed.
Right.
But the one thing about it is that the recordings, while they're lovely, they're very cheesy, and it's normally performed like really happy and upbeat with disco beat and like
Just
like
horrible,
fake violins in the
horrible
background.
arrangements.
Well, they're fun for kids. They're usually like a kid's album.
Right.
They're not, it's just not the same. And then
Is it like Timberiche?
Yes, that's one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All of
They
the
all do it.
cheese did it. Everyone.
But Oscar came up with this awesome, totally different arrangement. Well, I mean, we thought about it. We were like, we want to do something violent, quiet, because tell them about the
Well, because
the
if you listen to the lyrics, and that's why I'm really glad that Adrian picked this one, because it's really, in spite of all the terrible arrangements out there, it's really one of my favorites. Because if you listen to the lyrics, it's different from a lot of other Christmas carols in that there's no angels, there's no Star of Bethlehem, there's no choir of heavenly hosts. It's just like these little intimate moments between mother and child. And first of all, how nice is it to have a Christmas carol that focuses attention on the mother?
Mm-hmm.
And props to the moms out there, they don't get enough credit.
Go Mom.
No moms. And also this idea that it's these, the song talks about the mother, combing her hair and walking with the child by the hand and going down to the river to wash his diapers, all these little quiet, intimate moments that I feel like any mother, I would venture to guess, every mother in the world could probably relate to, right?
It's universal.
Absolutely, and it sort of it reinforces the idea, in my mind at least, that every child is a miracle. Not just the one whose birthday we happen to be celebrating today, right?
Beautifully put.
So this is why this is one of my favorite. That's just an interview.
Okay, wonderful. So let's hit play to Peces en el Río.
La Virgen se está peinando entre cortina y cortina. Los cabellos son de oro y el peine de plata fina. Pero mira cómo beben los peces en el río. Pero mira cómo beben por ver a Dios nacido. Beben y vuelven a beber los peces en el río por ver a Dios nacer.
La Virgen va caminando solita, no lleva más compañía que el niño de su manita.
Pero mira cómo beben los peces en el río. Pero mira cómo beben por ver a Dios nacido. Beben y vuelven a beber los peces en el río por ver a Dios nacer. Pero mira cómo beben los peces en el río. Pero mira cómo beben por ver a Dios nacido. Beben y vuelven a beber los peces en el río por ver a Dios nacer. La Virgen lava pañales y los tiende en el romero. Los pajarillos cantando y el romero floreciendo. Pero mira cómo beben los peces en el río. Pero mira cómo beben al ver a Dios nacido. Beben y vuelven a beber los peces en el río por ver a Dios nacer.
That was
Oh,
beautiful.
Lovely. So evocative.
I really have a hard time thinking about, the Virgin washing diapers, but, somebody did.
Yes, that's right.
Old school.
Old school.
Yep.
Old school indeed. And I cannot imagine a disco beat under that.
Oh, just go on Spotify and just look up Pedro Santaveira. You will find some gems. Let me tell you.
And
Well, there he is.
look at that.
Speaking of our gem,
Hey,
hola,
buddy.
Alejandro Michael.
Okay.
Is he going to sing? He's really gotten into rhythm and
It's crazy. Yeah, he understands rhythm and tone too. Like he tries to mirror back whatever pitch you throw at him.
Well, he better.
well,
Or he'll be up for adoption in no time.
Anna Maria just said thank you for all the beautiful music.
Oh,
Hi, Anna Maria.
So this is a really wonderful sharing that you guys just did. I'm excited. I'm inspired, and I hope that our friends at home enjoyed it as much as I did. And thank you so much. I cannot think of a better way to close our 12 days of the Music Connection than with the two of you talking about such a wonderful tradition. Another thing I want to point out is that the flower in the background of our screen is native of Mexico,
that's right.
and it's called...
Oh, don't I just
I
want
don't
how to
know the
pronounce
name.
it.
I don't know the name.
But it has an Aztec name.
Yes, an Aztec.
Huitlazochtli?
Sochi. Something.
Huitlazochtli.
It's a Mexican. I mean, in Mexico we call it Flor de Nochebuena. It's basically a Christmas Eve flower.
So from now on, it's
We'll
gonna be
we'll get the name correct.
and forever will be burned into our minds. But once again, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Nochebuena. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Los queremos mucho.
We love you so much, and we can't wait to see you in person. Thank you, Alex.
Nos vemos mañana por el Zoom.
And everyone at home, have a beautiful Christmas. Have a wonderful holiday. Stay safe and stay strong. And we'll see you at the next Music Connection.
Merry Christmas.